What personal experiences have shaped your campaign? Well, honestly, I think it's just over time, from being a young man to the young age of 49, I've just kind of learned that you have to listen to people and try to genuinely understand what they're saying and what they're asking for. So when I would lead a lot of teams, for example, I realized that people didn't get jobs to get fired or to do a terrible job. Often people weren't performing at the level that was expected because they didn't have the resources or the tools to do the job. Then I would find that sometimes they weren't trained properly. And then I found out that people aren't trained properly because they're afraid of exposing what they don't know. I say all that to say this. That's one reason I don't look at my fellow candidates and colleagues as opponents, right? I don't believe they're trying to do anything nefarious. We may have differences of opinion on execution, and I look at the town, at the residents, as maybe we need different, like a different perspective on how do we communicate. That would be the training. Like what I would want to make sure that the town, like the staff of the town, understand, hey, some of the things that we need to communicate, we can do that very easily. It doesn't have to be this complicated or complex situation. We can do it very simply. We could just change the cadence and we can just answer that question. So those two things, listening and understanding and trying to relate with why people are performing a certain way or why people believe a certain thing, has really helped. Understanding that some of the feedback I've gotten is it makes me believe that there's a lack of a lack of focus on some of the simple things we can do to improve, right? Some people are resistant to feedback or constructive criticism. Shouldn't be, right? You can't know everything. And, if somebody's looking on the outside at the thing, they probably see the thing that you can't do. It's like football, soccer, basketball, baseball. The coach can see the player and what the player can improve on. Doesn't mean the player is not a good player. So we always have room to continuously improve. So, drawing on some of those experiences has really helped me in the campaign. I've always listened to people. I've always tried to, and as I became more mature, I've always had the desire to understand why things work a certain way and why people do certain things, and then trying to find a way to bridge the gap. So I believe in having high standards, but reasonable expectations. So the standard may be very high, but based on the person and the situation and the unique scenario, my expectations have to be more realistic. So that way people can, over time, meet that standard.